Hey fam, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. My name is 𝗦𝗡. And if you haven't seen this video, we talked about Lightroom versus Lightroom Classic. And it did so well that we're going to do a part 2. We're going to dive a little bit deeper between the two differences. And I'll explain why I continue to use Lightroom Classic versus Lightroom. We'll do a walkthrough of Lightroom Classic and also how I have my setup. So one of the big themes for me why I don't use Lightroom is, as you can see from this screen here, you have to kind of be considerate of the amount of memory that you're going to be using. So with my plan, I only get 100 gigabytes, and if you're working with raw files, 100 gigabytes is not a lot of memory. I definitely get the appeal of Lightroom and Lightroom Mobile constantly being synced, but for me, with the memory limitation, it's just not really practical. Now what I do instead is, let's say if you're working on a project and you're wanting to be able to be mobile and still be able to edit your project, but you don't want to have to lug your external hard drive because that's where most of your photos are. What I like to do is, if you pull up your Lightroom and make sure you're on your develop tab, as you can see from this screenshot here, if you go and right below it says original photos, if you actually click on that, it tells you that you can actually build a smart preview. Smart previews are typically much smaller than original photos, but they allow you to continue working even when the originals are missing. Free up disk space by keeping your originals on an external drive and building smart previews to take their place when the drive is disconnected. And I think that's the key part there, is that you can still continue to work without having your external hard drive connected. And the next thing about Lightroom versus Lightroom Classic for me is that you're able to customize your develop panel. And if you can look at this screen here, this is all of your different editing options, your basic, your tone curves, your color mixture, your color grade details, all of those things. This is kind of like the default. And to get there, all you have to do is you got to hit option and then right click. And if you do that, it'll give you this customized develop panel. And then just based on how you edit, drag which ones are more important to you first. And then once you do that, just relaunch the app. For me, the way I edit is I always go lens correction first and then the transform tool, but obviously these are just personal preferences, so everybody has their own way of editing. This is just how I edit. I just like to have it set up where I just kind of go row by row by row. As of this video, which is March 21st, 2024, I haven't found a way to do it in Lightroom. So if you're a Lightroom Pro and you know of a way where you can customize your develop panel, please put in the comments so that I'm not putting out false information. All right, so that pretty much wrapped Lightroom versus Lightroom Classic. So now let's just do a walkthrough when you launch the program, if you're using it for the very first time. So on the top right, you have all of your tabs. Adobe calls them module, but I always just call them tab. I just think of it as an internet browser tab, but they're modules. So you have library, you have develop, map, book, slideshow, print, and web. And to be honest with you guys, there's only 2 modules that I'm ever using. But yeah, so I use library, and as you can see, library is just kind of where all of your pictures that you essentially imported lives. Once you hit the develop module and you're using the application for the very first time, it'll give you this. So let's just walk through it really quickly. Number 1 is using the develop module. The develop module is where you edit your photos, use the basic panel to make adjustments to white balance, exposure, contrast, and other tone controls to your liking. Essentially, that's where all your editing takes place. Number 2, navigate images with film strip. The film strip at the bottom allows you to navigate all of your images in the selected folder or collection. You can copy and paste settings between photos in the film strip, change folders or collections in the library to find other images to edit. All right, moving along. Number 3, halfway there, guys. So cropping and local adjustments. Crop your photos and make refined adjustments with tools for red eye correction, healing, and more using the tool strip. Click the tool to select it and display its option. Click it again to close it. Number 4. Lightroom is non-destructive. When you edit your photos in Lightroom, your originals remain untouched. Lightroom simply creates a list of adjustments you've made and apply them to your original when you export your photos. You can review the edits and even undo them using the history panel. Number 5. Try out different looks with Snapshot. Snapshot saves you current adjustments on a given photo so you can play around with different editing tools without losing your favorite look. Use the plus button to save a snapshot to easily return to a look you like. Alright, and last one, number 6. Using presets. Presets are a great way to apply a saved set of developed adjustments to a photo. We've included some of our favorite, or you can create your own. If you've made it this far, consider supporting the channel by gently tapping the subscribe button. Feel free to like, comment, and you can even share the channel as well. Please help me as I march along on my road to 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2024. If you like this video, check out this video over here. Thanks fam, take care of yourself, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you on the next video.